Hey Shackers, Greg here, and welcome back to my continuing adventure diving into the villain hierarchy in the video game world. In my past two videos, I covered the lowly henchmen and their high-ranking lieutenants. Now it's time for the right hands to step forward. These are the underbosses, the second in command only to the big boss himself. They are usually trusted with just about everything. They can be the brains and advise the boss, the muscle that protects him or his loved ones, or will eventually take over the role of the big boss themselves. Now let's dive back into this criminal underworld. These are the top 10 underbosses in video games. And warning, spoilers ahead.
And Bob, remember, you are my number one guy.
Yes, sir. You murdering, kidnapping psychopath. Give me my son. Give me Shawn! Now!
Right to it then, huh? Okay, fine. Your son's Shawn.
One of the few, and I mean few, wastelanders to be entrusted to carry out important orders on the surface. From assassinating a target to retrieving something, there really is no other human that the Institute would trust to carry out such an important task on the surface. Kellogg was one of the few people that was able to take out the Institute's trash, and he did a damn good job of it too, which is why killing him felt so damn gratifying.
Hurting anyone else.
All this tech, barely human.
Originally introduced as the main antagonist in Zelda Twilight Princess, you think he's the one responsible for the mess that's happening around the Hyrule Kingdom. But later you discover that Ganon actually imbued Zant with power, and Zant serves Ganon. But with Ganon being trapped in another dimension, Zant did a pretty good job following orders, and he's also no pushover either. The floating city of Columbia has a guardian angel in the form of the Songbird. Both genetically engineered and mechanically built, this creature was created to protect Elizabeth from the outside world and rescue attempts. This flying birdman is terrifying and only follows orders from a few select people that know how to control him. Even though the Songbird isn't one for talking, if you're looking for a right-hand bird in terms of protection for you and your loved ones, look no further.
I'm sorry. I never should have left. I never should have left. Take me back. Take me home. Please.
A space pirate who serves the all-powerful Mother Brain, Ridley has been getting in the way of Samus's missions for years. His pure size, speed, and strength makes him not only an admirable foe, but the perfect agent to carry out Mother Brain's dirty work. Samus even refers to him as the cunning god of death. A pretty impressive title for a giant flying creature that's not even the head of the space pirates. This Centurion starts out as a good guy, but when corruption engulfs him, it makes him serve a higher power. He soon becomes a powerful lich, serving as the right hand to an elder god. His skill in hand-to-hand combat, as well as his magical abilities and prowess, make him the perfect underboss for any elder god.
The darkness is not so easily destroyed. No, my death is just the beginning.
Shang Tsung, only one fight remains. Face me in mortal combat.
So be it.
The right hand of the Emperor of Outland, Shao Kahn, Shang Tsung is an accomplished fighter, sorcerer, and tactician. He was even entrusted to hold and run the first Mortal Kombat tournaments. In the arcade game lore anyway. Although he's been defeated many times in combat, he has had numerous successes in his task, like resurrecting Sindel, fooling people into thinking he was the big bad boss, and being the final fighter in the big battle between good and evil. He's essentially a ninja warlock who can absorb the souls and knowledge of his victims, a perfect underboss.
Your brother's soul is mine. You will be next.
The Queen's gesture and mage of her court, but they might as well be her bodyguards. These foolhardy characters attempt to get Garnet and extract her power of summons multiple times, and although you fight them occasionally, they're not all that scary. Until these two clowns go all fusion on you and transform into, my god, that's terrifying. They ended up being not twins after all, just two halves of some demon thing. Why do all the Final Fantasies have to be so convoluted and confusing?
I was afraid you wouldn't make it in time, Shepard.
In time for what?
The final confrontation. I think we both expected.
Your mission was to chase this rogue Spectre with the agenda to start a war. It's only after the long journey you discover that Saren is just the right hand of the Reapers themselves. Sure, one could argue mind control, but one could also argue the fact that the indoctrination process is long and brings out the person's true desires. Saren was indeed a high-ranking meat sack in the eyes of the Reapers, but he did one hell of a good job. The only heir to the throne of the Koopa Kingdom, Bowser Jr. has proved that he can be capable and resourceful. Like his father Bowser, this young Koopaling strives to kidnap Princess Peach and make the Mario Brothers' lives as painful as possible. Now he leads his own group of lieutenants, the Koopa Kids, but at the end of the day, he's only second in command. For now. The Shinra Company has its fair share of henchmen and hierarchy, but towards the top are a small group of agents that carry out orders for the president of the Shinra Corporation, Rufus Shinra. These underbosses make sure things run smoothly. Officially deemed the investigation sector of the General Affairs Department, with the nickname or street name of the Turks. They're basically Shinra's version of the FBI, and rank right below the president of Shinra. Completing tasks and protecting Rufus at all cost. Reno, Rude, Elena, and Sang are at the forefront in Final Fantasy VII. Some are good fighters, expert tacticians, and exceptional leaders. Some even go toe-to-toe with some of the best fighters their world has to offer.
What the hell am I saying?
The Turks are the people you call when you need something done and done right. They usually succeed in missions given to them, and have the brains to know when to disengage and retreat during a conflict. And perhaps the most important factor is their insane loyalty to the president of the Shinra Corporation, Rufus. What underbosses did you guys like the most? Let us know in the comments below. Be sure to check out my top 10 henchmen and my top 10 lieutenants list as well. For more videos like this and everything else gaming related, you're already in the right place. You're on Shacknews.com.
This thing, got any bite to it?
Shinra technology at its finest.
Oh, so you made this.
If nothing else, it's flashy.
Oh, good.
You love it, I know.
Looks like today we're clocking out early.